In this video, I'm going to show you how to install this hood guard on the front of this F-150. Let's get started. This hood guard gets tucked underneath the grille here, so we're going to have to unbolt it and pull it away. To do that, once you open the hood, you'll see 6 10mm mounting nuts at the top on the hood that bolt this grille onto the actual hood. I have some that are broken. As you can see, this one right here is just spinning in place for me, so someone's been in here before, but I still have 4 that are good, and those are right in the middle between the 2 support brackets of the grille. So with a 10mm socket, I'm going to pull all of these mounting nuts off. Oh, looks like that one's broken as well. And there should be one more on each end, but for me, they're broken. 2 more fasteners that we need to remove are going to be at the bottom of these support brackets. There's one 10mm bolt. And on the other side, there's one more. Now we have to pop this grille up and off, and it's unbolted at the bottom, it's unbolted at the top, but it has some clips that go straight down into the hood. And you're going to want a plastic trim tool for this. You don't want to damage the paint on the hood. I know this is already damaged, but I'm trying to save it here. So just pry it up. It will be somewhat difficult, especially if this is the first time that this has been removed. Okay, one more. And there we go. Now we can pull this away. Now we want to clean up the surface. I'm going to wipe the majority of the debris off, and then I'm going to use some surface cleaner. And then I'm going to use some cleaner to clean up the rest of the dust, degrease it, because we're going to have to stick that hood guard down with double-sided tape, and you want the tape to adhere and lock on tight. I know I already have some severely damaged paint over here, but that is besides the point. Now grab your hood guard and line it up with where it's supposed to go. You want to make sure that it's centered because these edges here do have to allow the grille to slide back on, of course. So you want to make sure that they're not in too far. And for me, that looks good. You want to make sure it's even on both sides because otherwise it's not going to look good from the front. Okay, right about here. And the hood guard already has double-sided tape underneath it. So at this point, I've figured out how I want to set it up. I'm going to pull it off, and with it flipped around, let's expose the double-sided tape, peel off the protective layer, hook it back onto the hood, make sure that on the sides it goes underneath the hood. Try not to stick it yet. Center it up the best you can. I made myself some mental notes as to exactly how I wanted it to be centered. Once I found the spot, I'm going to just press it down. All right, now we can put the grille back on. You'll see that it has to line up with all of these holes, and all the push clips will have to snap in. All right, I'm going to start by resecuring the 2 bolts on the bottom here that went on the grille support. Make sure those are snug. And the other side. And now just put back any mounting nuts that you still have. Unfortunately, I only have 3 that are still good. But hopefully you have all 6 that will still thread on and lock in. On the sides here, you can put a push clip in. Unfortunately, I don't have one that is shallow enough to not hit the other side of the hood before it actually locks in. If you have something, go for it, use it. Maybe you can put a little nutsert, which is basically just a rivet with threads on it, and then you put a bolt into it. Whatever you can do. I'm actually going to use a wire tie, and the trick here is if you bend the end of it twice, just fold it and pinch it. What this will allow you to do is fish it in through here, and it will automatically come out through here. And you can pull it through and lock it in. Usually I would cut off the excess. In this case though, because it's underneath the hood, I don't want to create a sharp area, so I'm just going to put this right back in here. There we go. Okay. Now close the hood, and there you have it.